needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez. Almost ran out of air there.
A man of many talents, may I add?
Hey, there we go. So, Mr. Alonso, we missed you last week, man.
Oh, yeah, I was out. I was out and about. I was lost.
Oh, man, I tell you.
You were lost.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was.
You gave us a scare. And to my northwest here, Miss Lisa Lombardi is also co-host. How are you, Lisa?
I'm doing fabulous, and I'm glad that you're alive, young man.
I was lost in
Absolutely.
the beautiful resort in Puerto Penasco. Little Rock, they call it.
Right on, right on. Give us a call, 855-693-4897. In-house today, we have Mr. Vincent. And let me see if I'm saying this right, Vincent. Is it Attardo?
Attardo. Yes.
Attardo, okay.
Attardo.
Right on. Vincent Attardo. I'll try to say that very clearly and nicely. Vincent is here from Coastline Environmental Solutions Incorporated, and Vince will be sharing with us environmental solutions to both residential and commercial, if I'm correct on that. So good show in store for you today. Mr. Pantalones, if we can put up the design deal, please. Give us a call at 855-693-4897. You can win a $25 gift card to Stevens Steakhouse located in the City of Commerce. Compliments of Eddie Tafoya and the Commerce Industrial Council. Also, Real Estate Rant and AGR and Associates are proud sponsors of Michael Aguilar and Associates and Stroke Awareness. You can reach Mike at www.strokeawareness101.com. Michael P. Aguilar at hotmail.com is his email address. Mike. It is Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. So
Why no Wednesday? Some people, I heard that one time. Why no Wednesday?
I think it's also Ash Wednesday, if I remember.
Ash
It
correctly.
is Ash Wednesday.
Did you eat
Yes,
meat
it
today,
is.
Mr. Alonso?
I sure did. I had
Oh
a big
my
steak
goodness! There we
sandwich.
go. All right, so give us a call at 855-693-4897, or you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. What was that design deal that you threw up there, Mr. Pantalones? There we go. If you get this particular house, you can win that $25 gift card. You have a question for myself, Alonso, Lisa, or Vincent. You can also win that $25 gift card. But if you get this particular house, and it is multiple choice, you can cheat on Wikipedia as well. We make it easy, you know. You can win that $25 and come and have a pastrami sandwich over at Stevens. Pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah, they're really good.
Right on.
Not
so,
today, of course. You can't eat meat.
That's right.
yeah, just not today, right? So if
a
you happen to
salad.
email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com, Mr. Alonso, get those emails. What did you get this week, Mr. Alonso?
This week's question comes out of Martha out of Commerce, and it says, if a property has been listed on the MLS for 6 months, then removed for 2 months, it shows as an old list. Does it show as an old listing or as a new listing?
Yeah, I'm noticing that you kind of shaved down your scruff.
I just came from the groomer.
You trimmed it. Nice.
Oh, no, the barber. The groomers are for the dog, right?
Oh, there you go.
Although I am considered a dog, a lot of people tell me you're a dog.
Did you get a mani-pedi too while you're at it? Okay, so if it was on the MLS for 6 months, went off for 2 months, and then went back on?
It was on listed in the MLS for 6 months, and then it was removed for 2 months. When it comes back on, does it show as an old listing or as a new listing?
Well, okay, it is twofold. You were going to say something, Lisa.
I know. Well,
Do you know the answer to that?
Well, you're the professional here.
Okay, no, I thought you knew.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. Actually, it depends on who lists the property, number one. And number two, it will show as a new listing, but the days on market will show as cumulative. I'm sorry. Here we go again with that word. Cumulative. Right? So if it was on for 180 days for the 6 months, if it goes on again with any other agent, it'll show cumulative days on market. So CDOM on the MLS. So if that answers the question to that particular listener.
Not only though, we have to dig a little bit back into it. Why was it off the market and why it came back on? I mean, as a real estate professional, we have access to the history of the property, which would show what would happen. Did it expire? Was it sold? Was it withdrawing? Canceled? You know, there are many reasons, and
there could be
like
many
I say,
reasons.
Your professional real estate agent would know and has access.
So let's
to that.
visit those real quick, Alonso. Lisa, what's one of the major reasons why a listing would expire?
Well, I would think too, one of the reasons is that the seller is not happy with the agent.
Is
Maybe
there a reason why it doesn't sell?
Well, maybe not the reason why it doesn't sell, but it could happen. I mean, maybe the agent wasn't, promoting the listing. I I mean, there's a lot of different reasons on that as well too.
So
I mean,
lazy
So,
agent.
okay,
I
lazy.
wouldn't say a lazy agent, but maybe an experienced agent.
Okay, I guess
Yeah.
that could be a reason. Alonso, what's another one?
I think another thing from the get go was price too high.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I mean,
absolutely.
I would say that's
the
probably
number
number
one.
one, right? That's
Absolutely.
that's why a lot
so
of
ding ding
agents
ding
are
ding
trained.
ding. We have a winner, right?
That's why a lot of agents are trained to go after those expires, and actually, it's a little bit more. How can I say? You can negotiate what price to put it at because they already seen it was on the market for several amount, and it didn't sold. So now you got a better chance of listing it at a market value.
The
So-
expectations
that-
might have been too high.
Yeah, actually,
Expectations.
yes. So we have
Reality check.
we have a lazy agent or not too knowledgeable agent, right? Alonso says the price. So Vincent, do you have another answer to that? Why would
Yes,
why
I
would
would-
a house not sell?
I would say it could have been a motivated seller and agent could have been doing his job, but the seller might have had too high of expectations, pricing it too high for one.
Oh, so
Not enough
you mean
people-
unmotivated selling?
Possibly.
Okay.
It's a good way to put it, but I would say a lot of times the expectation of the seller is higher and they want more money than what the property's worth, or it turns out that it's been on the market so long and it didn't sell, therefore it just fell out of its time period it had to make it happen. So
I
she
see.
can renew with the same realtor, or she can go with a new one, or whoever the buyer is or the seller is, excuse me, they can go with someone else or use the same person.
So we have an unknowledgeable agent, overpriced, or an unmotivated seller. Actually, those are all very good. I would say probably in the top five. I would say, but I'm going to add to the mix here, and that's going to be the condition of the property, which kind of goes along with the price, right? But typically the condition of the property and how convenient that we have a environmental specialist here with us today, Mr. Vincent. And here we go again. See, I know I'm gonna say it wrong. Atardo.
Atardo.
Atardo. Okay, I said it right. Okay,
Wonderful.
I apologize. Mr. Vincent's here visiting us and going to be sharing a lot of that information when actually it relates to condition, because quite frankly, Vincent's the guy that comes in and fixes that stuff, right? Well, first he finds out about it and then fixes it. So we're gonna cover that today on the show. So let's do the fun fact. What do we got,
Fun
Mr.
fact.
Alonso?
Today's fun fact. It's in The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy said, "There's no place like home." Where was their home?
Right on. So I know Mr. Pantalones is gonna have fun with this one.
I know where.
Okay, well, don't say it out loud now. So give us a call at 556934897 if you get that. Fun fact, you get the design deal, or you happen to have a question for myself, Alonso, Lisa, or Vincent. You can win that $25 gift card to Steven's Steakhouse. Compliments of Carlos Cruz. Oh, there you go again. 80 Tafoya. I almost forgot where we're getting those cards from. Yeah. So
Oh, so you got a hold of Eddie, and Eddie gave you a stack of
he has
cards?
it. Well,
No?
okay. Let me clarify.
Okay, because I'm
We have-
hungry today, and I eat meat on Wednesdays.
We have access. We have access to the gift cards
Okay.
for the people that call in. So they just happen to be accessible to us on the show. So if somebody calls in, we can get them if they happen to win one of those cards. Because some folks call in and they don't say anything about it. So quite frankly, ask and you shall receive. Right?
Amen.
Absolutely.
If you don't ask, you're gonna get it. So give us a call at 556934897 and in-house today. Mr. Vincent Atardo with Coastline Environmental Solutions. You can actually reach him at 562-572-1180, or you can email him at vince@coastlineclean.com. They also have a website, which is www.coastlineclean.com, and you can see his website banner there up on the screen. If you happen to be watching the show, that will be burned into eternity on YouTube. Just remember this particular date, and Vincent will be there to help you. There's also an 800 number that I noticed on the website. Is that still a good number, Vince?
Absolutely.
Right on. So, Vincent, how much time we got there, Mr. Pantalones? Okay, we got a few minutes. So why don't we start with an introduction, Vincent? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Mr. Vincent Atardo.
It's a good Italian name.
Right on.
Come from a good Catholic
You
family.
kind of look, you're like,
10 kids, 8 boys, 2
Oh,
girls.
there you
you
go.
kind of look like a mafia member.
But you gotta say it right. There's Atardo.
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 Obviously, I
Atardo.
crossed the road because they don't have any ashes on my forehead. So if you're not eating meat, you're probably a Roman Catholic or a Catholic of some type. And I'm a Christian now, but there are good Christians that are Catholics. But no ashes, as you notice.
Right on. Right on. Mike. Right. So Ash Wednesday. So how did you get interested in what it is that you do? Because quite frankly, it's a specialized area, and maybe you can kind of give us a short on, where we're leading up to environmentally.
Okay. Started out respectfully as a plumber's helper. Prior to that, in high school, I had ROP carpentry. That's a regional occupation program that's put out by the Long Beach Unified School District. So I had a teacher, George Zabish, back in the day, and we were building from the ground up, from a foundation, framing, stucco. The whole building was put together, small little buildings on campus at any particular school. And then I graduated and went into construction, and I was basically a helper, if you will, making minimum wage. And then from there, I went into plumbing, and I realized I didn't want to get my hands dirty. So I said carpet cleaning was definitely a better way. And a friend of mine who happened to be a friend of the family, Bill Short, owned a company. So I started cleaning carpet with him for about 6 months. It didn't take long to figure out that he was doing more of the surfing and playing tennis while I was out cleaning carpet. And we used portables.
What was you mentioned minimum wage? What was the minimum wage at that time?
I believe it was around $7 an hour.
Okay, so not too long ago.
No, well, I'm 52 now. I think I started around 23 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that was a while ago. So it was $7 back then. Wow, that sounds
So
kind
it
of
hasn't raised anything. Right? What's
Wow,
minimum
was it
wage
$7
now?
an hour?
Maybe minimum wage was more like 5 or 6, and I was getting paid 7, which seemed like minimum wage to me.
There you go.
I'm thinking because my dad was paying me, and I was only making like $5.50 an hour.
Exactly.
I remember.
See, that's what I remember.
That's probably what it was. I'm thinking respectfully, I
Yeah.
was getting 7.
Like $7, yeah.
I'm like
Right
more
on.
like in the 425 range. I like.
Yeah, but that was back when Jesus played with dinosaurs, man. I tell you.
I got a quick promotion within a few months because I was hustling. So, but I do remember making about 7, then it was 10. But minimum wage must have been around. You're right, Lisa.
Yeah.
Probably around $4.50, $5.50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I graduated Millikan High School in the class of 81, and I stayed back in 3rd, so it'd be 82 respectfully. And I just knew that didn't want to be doing that type of work. So what I do, I get into plumbing. I have a roommate that does plumbing. And didn't take me long to figure that wasn't what I want to do either. So I started doing carpet cleaning with a friend, 6 months, and I said I can do what he's doing. Like, most of us
right back.
figure that
Hold
out
that
on
thought.
our own.
We'll be
Don't
right
touch
back.
that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real estate rant.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, 2 things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number 1 Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number 1. There's only number 1. There's only number 1.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, At AJR and Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR and Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.hrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and
tell you what.
controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez. That's a mouthful. Rodriguez.
I would love to taste you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
To
think
my
so.
northwest here,
Not only you, not
Miss
only you,
Lisa,
Pantalones.
Miss Lisa Lombardi, co-host of the Real Estate Rant as
Our
well.
beautiful co-host.
There we go, and in house today we have Mr. Vincent Attardo from Coastline Environmental Solutions. Yes, sir, from Coastline Environmental Solutions, and Vincent is sharing with us what he does, and he goes out and he does both inspections and reporting on properties. Did I get that correct? And also, he also does contracting on those properties as well, at different levels. Right, Vincent?
Various levels from start to finish or concept to completion.
Nice, nice. So you were sharing with us now a little bit of your background. You started off as a plumber, and then kind of moved on to upholstery cleaning and that kind of thing. And I think Mr. Pantalones threw up some photos there of that. You had a big rug, I guess, laid out, right? Mr. Pantalones, did you get that rug up there again? There we go.
Well, to finish the last question as to how I got started,
Oh,
which
okay.
was what we asked, which was basically construction work, then plumbing, and then realized I want to do carpet clean with a friend. About 6 months later, I realized I could do it on my own and I want to do more surfing and tennis like him. Instead of
Oh,
chasing
nice.
the dog and letting the circuits blow, when you use portable carpet clean equipment, it uses a lot of power and you can blow fuses in people's homes. And he'd come in shortly after I got started and say, "Is that all you got done?" It's like, "What have you been playing tennis, surfing? I've been working. What are you talking about?" So I didn't like that. It didn't take me long to figure out I could get my own business started. So I did start a business, and I started with a portable, and within 6 months I had another portable and 4 guys working with me. And now,
Then you hired the Mexicans.
and I never had that fortune. I wasn't fortunate to have that happen because I might have got some better workers out of the people I had working, maybe save some money too. But yeah, got into carpet cleaning and upholstery cleaning was what we first did. Coastline and Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning was my company, and the company name came Coastline from Century 21 Coastline, believe it or not.
Right on.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
we have a shout out. Miss Lisa's going to share with us for Sir Optimus.
Sir Optimus International of Montebello, and it's their 7th annual, and it's for women, and it's for the Heart Walk, and it's going to be February 19th, which is Thursday. That's the Chinese New
That's
Year.
tomorrow.
That's
actually.
tomorrow. It's
Yeah,
tomorrow,
that's
yeah.
the Chinese New Year tomorrow too. It starts at 5:30 p.m. and it's going to be in Montebello over on Whittier Boulevard and Taylor Avenue. And everyone's invited to participate, rain or shine, but I think it's going to be shiny.
Probably going to be
Yeah, and,
warm.
if,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not,
very
and if
sunny.
I'm not wrong, I spoke to Christina earlier and Deborah, and they had told me that there's going to be actually a shuttle that takes you from where it ends is going to end at Taylor on Taylor Street right there at the Women's Center, and it starts at the City Hall. So from City Hall, they're going to shuttle you there. So when you walk, you end up back in your car's parked there. And
Yeah.
Nice.
And
They
it says right
encourage-
here at the Senior Citizen Center at the City Hall right
yes. And they encourage you to wear red. It's a whole thing, and I believe they're asking for a $5 donation, and that goes to a good cause. I believe it's going to a Heart Association for Women, heart disease. So that's the number one heart. That's
No,
the one.
that's
That's
it
the number one
is.
heart killer in women. I
Well,
believe.
especially for women. I was seeing something on that like about 2 weeks ago, but that is one of the number one.
So
for
you want to
women.
get involved and show some support, and we encourage everyone to go.
Yes, yes. And that event is called the 7th Annual Go Red for Women. And that's Sir Optimus. And I believe that's
Seroptimus.
Sir Optimus. Is that the Montebello Sir Optimus?
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
it's Montebello.
it is Montebello.
Okay.
Actually,
so,
that's where I ate my breakfast there. I went to La Piñata, and I believe Christina is the owner of La Piñata, and she had some good burritos out there, by the way. Also,
Nice.
if you're hungry, stop by and get
Nice,
some
nice. So you
burritos.
got all kinds of free food today, huh?
Oh no, it wasn't free. It wasn't free. I
How
wish
long
it
is
was
the
free.
walk? It doesn't say the walk. How is it? 5 miles?
I
or
believe it's 5 miles. It's not
5
too
miles.
far.
Okay.
It's not too far. Probably a couple even less miles. It's City Hall. It's on Beverly and Whittier's, a couple
So
blocks
just a
down.
couple.
So
Okay.
Yes, yes. So real quick, Mr. Paldonos, if you will, if you can throw the real estate funny up for the week. We are starting to show these particular funnies. I'm finding them all over the internet and sharing them with everybody. Helen, a client wants to know when the chimney at our house on Frisbee Street was left clean, was last clean. And that looks like something that happened to Lisa right there. Huh?
Oh my God.
Wasn't coastline clean, that's
Yes,
for sure.
yes. Well, there you go. Well, here's the thing, though. But these are the kind of things that you inspect, right?
I
Do you
don't
inspect
do.
chimneys?
I'm a professional that knows where my limits are, and that's one I don't do is chimney inspections. I refer it to a chimney sweep or a chimney inspection company.
Nice, nice.
you don't want that Creo to build up, right?
creosote?
Creosote.
Yeah,
That was
creosote.
a new word.
We had a chimney sweep on the show one time, and that's one of the words that we learned. Right? Never even heard of that word before, but there you have it.
Yeah,
So,
don't burn those imitation logs. That's where you get a lot of that creosote from.
Yeah. During your interview, Vincent, you had mentioned an association now with carpet cleaning. Is there such a thing?
Yeah, there's the Carpet Cleaners Institute, which is now Carpet Fabric Care Institute. It's a tri-state trade association, California, Arizona, Nevada. And that's where I first learned a little bit more about the theory and understanding what I do, mechanics of cleaning versus just what my former employer told me, which was, yeah, a pinch of this or a pinch of that. It's like, what?
And then you end up with the worst spot than ever, huh?
Yeah, the reoccurring spot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it comes back.
We
huh?
call those sad spots, by the way. It's real sad you have them, and it's real sad they keep coming back. But yeah, it's a tri-state trade association, California, Arizona, Nevada. And I went on to be chapter director of that association for 3 separate terms.
Nice, nice. So what is a master certification?
A master cleaner, master restorer is a certification you get through the IICRC. That's a certifying body. That's the International Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. You can also become a certified firm, which Coastline has been for over 15 years. But a master designation is you've gone through the technician phase, the journeyman phase, then become a master. And that's a combination of years of experience and multiple seminars or certifications you've achieved.
That's where they show you how to mix up all the chemicals, and then all of a sudden you're instant Eisenberg, huh?
Really what it is more safety for the consumer. It's to make sure you're not going to burn someone's house down, and that you understand, how to park your vehicle, how not to put things in the way where people trip and fall. And yes, the chemical or theory would be important to make sure you're not going to burn the rug down. A little bit too hot of a solution. You want to get it clean, but you don't want it to come
You
back.
don't want it to burn it.
You don't want
Yeah.
to create damage to your fiber. We do guarantee our work 100%, no damage.
Meaning
no
next to
shrinkage.
what if they have one of those what do they call those wall heater units where they have that little flame and you're cleaning
Pilot light.
there with something
pilot.
with some flammable and burn the whole house down?
That would be doing on location or on site drapery cleaning.
And actually, I had heard that happened one time to some people that were cleaning, and I think they're taking off some spots with thinner next to one of those wall heaters, and the pilot caught on fire and burned the whole house down.
And I would have to thank my engineer for putting the caller on the air right away. Mr. Caller, thanks for calling Real Estate Rant. How can we help you? Caller, can you hear us?
Hello?
I think he's cutting out. I actually, when I see the word master, it always reminds me.
Hello?
Are you there?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
we're
maybe you can
here.
hear us.
We're all here waiting for you.
Are you there?
Hello?
Thank you for calling Real Estate Rant. Can you hear us?
Yes, I have the answer to the question. You have the previous question?
Arvin, that's just terrible, my friend. If you can try and call back, I think you got a bad connection. Crank call. I've seen the word master come up, and actually there was when I was with another brokerage, they had mentioned that they recommend not using that word because there was a lawsuit with the AWNCP. Did I get that right?
What word? What word are you talking
master.
about? Oh, master.
Yeah, and there was some individuals because they were using the word for master bedroom, and that word we were advised not to use anymore. So now we use main bedroom, and I still see that word a lot, and I think that maybe most have it's kind of died down a little bit. But right when I saw that, I thought I'd mention that to you.
Yeah, there's a very limited amount of masters in anything. If you're a master of your craft and you exceeded and got that designation, it's not something you just get for a couple of days of a seminar. You have to put in at least 8 to 10 years and have multiple certifications under your belt to attain that level of master.
Yes. But if we're talking about a Victorian home in the South, that could be misconstrued, right?
Sure, if
In
you're
terms of
talking-
master bedroom, right?
Sure.
So that's not that it's a negative connotation, because I know what you're talking about, kind of like a master's degree,
Well,
right?
you lost me here. Why a Victorian house? And
Really?
You're going to go there?
Are we going to go there right now?
well, you lost me
Well,
there. I was
this
like,
is
why
during
would
the
you just-
slavery period.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Now we go.
Where
Okay,
the slaves used to
I
have.
kinda-
So it wasn't the big bedroom. It was the smallest place.
It was more like the maid's quarters, right? So let's see if we can get the caller on there on line 1 again. Thank you for calling Real Estate Rant. How can we help you?
Hello,
Yes, hello. Can you hear us now?
is Rant Radio?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I can barely hear you, but I just wanted to call in to give the answer to the question that was put on.
Okay, so we got an answer to what kind of house this is. What's the answer, sir?
Well, the answer is B.
Is a minka?
Linka?
No, the answer to the question is B.
Yes. And can you tell me how you found that out, caller?
Well, I researched it, and actually, this Alex Alanis, you're my hero, Alex.
Yeah,
You've
right.
informed me a lot, and you've taught me to be
Okay.
a better real estate agent
Okay.
with all your information that you've provided.
Well,
So I'm a big fan of the radio show.
I
Did you pay
appreciate
that caller?
I know. Did you
how much
pay
did
that
you get paid?
caller?
I
Caller?
didn't pay the call. Well, because I'm a little surprised actually that they got it, because that was it's very close to the other two as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is a
You mean their
minka.
neighbors? You mean their neighbors?
No, actually,
Oh, okay,
actually
well,
not
close, how
not
close?
not geographically speaking,
okay.
but in terms of the design of home, the Branca as well as the Hanok are both very close in
Oh, I thought
design.
they were neighbors.
But this Minka house is actually a traditional Japanese style home, and these are the kind of like you see in the movies, like the samurai.
Like Master Sensei?
Yeah, master.
There you
again.
go. See, and that's coming from my broker. So Mr. Broker, if you can give out the disclaimer real quick to maybe to the NAACP as well, because they might take that as a negative annotation there.
Anything you hear on our show are just our humble opinions. Nothing is, how can I say, consult an attorney or a CPA?
True and factual.
Is there another phone call, Mr. Engineer? Right on. So anyway, give us a call at 556-934-4897, and thank you, Mr. Caller, for finding that out. And actually, we are up on time. So he didn't ask for the gift card.
Didn't? Good.
Well, God,
Did anybody here ask for the gift
Mr.
card?
Caller that
I
you
would think-
just called,
I think he was
call
expecting
back
it.
so we can give you that gift card.
Don't touch that mouse. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more Real Estate Rant.
It's one thing to own a business, it's another to promote it. That's why thousands of business owners rely on Monster Marketing Group. Design, print, mail, custom mailers, all for as little as 29 cents delivered. That includes postage. Send to a neighborhood, zip code, or an entire city. With just a simple call, 888-49-MONSTER, you can easily promote your business, sales, events, grand openings, send coupons, and much more.
Your mail delivers in as little as 5 days. No dealing with the mailing list or paperwork. Monster Marketing does all the heavy lifting. Get started now by calling 888-49-MONSTER or go to monsterng.com.
Monster Marketing Group, we deliver, we give you results, we can prove it.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company. Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
It's hot out here. I need a drink. Have a mucho macho michelada.
What's a michelada?
Michelada is a Mexican Bloody Mary made with beer. All you have to do is get bucket-sized michelada, open it up, pour it in your favorite beer, and you're good.
What if you don't like beer?
You can use it in lemon lime soda, vodka with lime, or tequila with lemon lime soda.
Sounds delicious. Where do you find it?
You can find it at your favorite store, or you can go to muchomachomichelada.com.
Find us on Twitter and Facebook.
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs,
Alonso
hot
Rodriguez.
topics, and controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. Alex, Alonso, and Lisa, and in-house today we have Mr. Vincent from, let me see, Coastline Environmental Solutions, Inc., and you can reach Vincent at 562-572-1180. We are talking to Vincent about environmental reporting and inspection, and also repair. And Vincent was sharing with us a bunch of that stuff. Real quick, we have a call on line one again. Thank you for calling Real Estate Rant. How can we help you?
Yes, I called in with the right answer earlier, and I forgot to ask for my gift card.
Oh, see, well, that's the thing is there's no onesie twosies. You know, you can't call back and get your gift card, but
We don't, I mean, how do we know it's really you?
yeah,
It
you know.
expired.
Well, because I'm the one that said that Alex was my hero, that he's helped me out in all this information.
What
You're
about
my hero, Alex.
What about Alonzo and Lisa?
Hey, well,
Who's Alonso?
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Linser. What
Your
get-
daddy.
What is the name of the guest that we have on the show today?
The name of the guest you have on today is Vincent.
Oh, so you got lucky on that guess. A good guess.
Hey, you're
there.
getting better by the minute.
Yeah,
Stay
there
on the,
you go.
stay on the line.
Environmentalist.
Engineer would get your phone number and all
he
your.
even knew exactly what he does.
He
You know
sh-
what? We
he
got to
sure
get
did.
I'm
him
watching
that
your show
contract.
right now online.
Right on, right on. Okay, well, Mr. Caller, I do appreciate you listening and calling in. We're gonna put you on hold for
Keep
just
up
one
the
second.
good work, Alex.
All
You
right,
guys are awesome.
I appreciate
Oh,
that.
thank
Just
you.
Alex. Just Alex. Look.
I
Yeah,
know.
well,
Alex.
exactly. What about Alonso and Lisa? Yeah.
Well, Alex,
They,
you are good.
they do good work too. You know, without them, we don't have a show. I'll be honest.
That's
with
your.
you.
But that again, that was your. What do they call it? What did your wife say? Your man friend or your? What did you call it?
I think she said bestie.
Your bestie. That's your bestie.
But anyway, caller, if you stay on hold there for a second, my engineer will get your information and we'll be more than happy to send you that gift card. I don't know if.
Hey, thank you.
All right, thank you,
Good
sir.
work.
Thank
Keep
you.
listening.
Yes. So anyway,
No, I want to kind of go to our guest here, Vincent. Vincent, are you the owner of Coastline?
Yes, I am the owner of Coastline. We started back in 1985 as Coastline Carpet Upholstery Cleaning, and then went into Coastline Cleaning and Restoration as a sole proprietor. And in the last 7 years, we were Coastline Environmental Solutions, Inc. We got incorporated.
No, are you mostly in LA County, Orange County, or do you pretty much go in a lot of different counties here in Los Angeles?
Our specific service area primarily is Orange County and LA area, the greater LA and Orange County area. We'll do San Bernardino, Riverside on a case-by-case basis, or refer it out to someone else who
South
might be a little
Central?
closer.
South Central.
Yeah, that's our prime location. We love going there. Not.
now, well, is that because it's older homes out there? Is that the reason why you guys would be out in South Central more often?
No, this would be Long Beach and surrounding greater Long Beach area would be my primary, just surely because of being selfish and of my time and my 4 kids. So we want to work where we can service our client best, which is close to where we work and live, which is Signal Hill. I live in Long Beach, business is in Signal Hill, so we're freeway close, and we can get to Orange County, LA within an hour, usually in most cases, 2 hours, never more than that.
Nice.
To get to San Bernardino or to get to Riverside, obviously with traffic, it's not going to work too well in an emergency situation.
And you're back by lunchtime at home.
Yeah,
Done, right?
no one pays me for that windshield time. So,
And so I would say that probably too, a lot of insurance companies would refer you business because I mean I would think a lot of water damage.
yeah, the bulk of what we do
Yeah.
is mold remediation, which is generally not covered by insurance as much as water would be. There is coverage for mold, but it's usually capped out about $5,000. Some insurance companies are now starting to write coverage for mold, but for water damage, that's the primary crux of our business, is dealing with emergencies. That's where the most money is made and where we have the most equipment to dry structures that get wet. The key is to get it clean and dry, and if you get it dry quickly, you don't have the problem with the M word, and that's the mold. And some people say mold is gold. Well, in my business, it would be a nice paycheck, but insurance doesn't pay for mold so much anymore as they used to.
So,
But-
I'll tell you what I tell my clients when I see a wall with mold. I tell them buy a bottle of Clorox and put some water in and spray down those walls and then paint it over with primer and you're done.
Tilex works pretty good too.
But you know what's really sad though is that mold it's very toxic and it gets a lot of people sick. And I think that sometimes people don't even realize that they do have mold. Am I correct?
Well, I would like to answer the first question. I would
Yeah.
recommend the listeners not to use Clorox bleach ever because, one, you'll keep me busy doing carpets dying because when you get bleach, it's a corrosive for one. Two, it does a real good job of removing color. So if you have any kind of carpet nearby, you don't want to be putting bleach on that wall. Two, dead mold is as bad for you as, or could be as bad for you as live mold. So viable mold versus dead mold is still can be toxigenic. As far as you say mold is toxic, it's not mold, it's not toxic. It can put out mycotoxins, which are
Haven't you listened to anything I've told you?
And that can be, people can be
Can
susceptible
you say
to
that
mold.
again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I want to make sure that the listeners hear that because that's pretty important.
Yeah, mold itself is not toxic. It puts out mycotoxins, which can be toxigenic. So the mold itself, has not been proven that I know of to kill anybody, but it can cause people to have problems with their health that are sensitized or become sensitized. You can be perfectly healthy and have no allergies, but as you grow older, you get allergies. Really, there are no threshold limit values set for mold. So, there's no permissible exposure limits, PELs. So each and every individual is susceptible to mold in a different fashion.
Does that mean we could smoke it?
Mold? I think you would try, wouldn't you?
I
Well,
think-
what are we looking at here, Vincent? There's a picture of something. Wow, that's pretty bad.
That's a pretty graphic picture of what I would call suspect mold.
So that's
Hallelujah.
pretty much a teardown, right?
You can tell me now that appears to be mold, and notice these fudge words I'm using because I'm not a microbiologist or a mycologist. So only person that can tell you that is mold would be a mycologist or a microbiologist. A person like myself with 30 years in the industry knows that looks or appears to be suspect mold we're looking at. All along, I know what the hell it is, but
yeah, you just can't say it.
can't say it is mold because, like
can
you said,
smell you.
I can smell it, look at it, maybe even eat it.
So what would be the requirement on something like that? Would you tear
I
down all
can
the
smell you.
drywall and
You want to find out what the source of the moisture was. On that first picture, it looked to me like
I
a
can
lot of
smell
moisture
you.
intrusion and or a lot of high humidity within the environment for a long period of time to peel the paint back like that. But anytime the remediation or the solution would be, Yesley, to remove it, physically
remove it
removal.
and reapply
The
it
only
again?
proper way to remove mold really would be physical removal with either HEPA vacuuming,
Demo it.
damp wiping, or physical remediation or abatement if there happens to be asbestos in the wall. You want to test for asbestos anytime you open up a wall, regardless of the year it was built. You
And
want
then
to
that's
check.
a whole nother story about the asbestos in there, huh?
Another indoor environmental concern is asbestos. It's a big concern today. A lot of people don't pay attention to it. First question the insurance asked me is, did you test for asbestos? If not, there's another possible liability on me.
And I understand those asbestos testings are really expensive.
They could be, depends on who you call. Respectfully, we can get asbestos testing done in most residential environments for about $350, $300 to our real estate friends, give 20% discount, and about $50 a sample, as low as $12 a sample. Depends on how many samples you have. Mold remediation, mold inspections on a residential, it's about $495 and $395 if you're a realtor or real estate professional, and $595 for a commercial dwelling.
So, do you find yourself doing these types of inspections pre a transaction? Like if somebody's buying a place, they hire you to come out and do those types of inspections?
That's a great question. Pre-inspections are very important, as well as PRVs, post-remediation verification, and preferably you're going to have a separate individual do your pre and post testing, unless you have an ethical contractor like myself that'll do a pre-inspection, tell them what we find, document it, digitize it by pictures, and then recommend a third party if we see a red flag situation or health concern, possible lawsuit. But most of the time, if you see mold, smell it, taste it, if you're in the Fazoli, right?
Or smoke it, right?
You don't need to pay me or anybody else to do a mold testing. Again, unless you really need analytical data to support the fact that you truly are seeing mold. But I would recommend it highly, always in writing on the back end, to have someone third party to the investigation and or of the remediation, to have them come out and test it and make sure it's clean and dry. That's the job of a mold remediator. And then the mold inspection company would want to make sure it's visually clean, so they do a black glove test, not a white glove test, looking for any kind of drywall dust, looking for any physical debris, making sure it's dry, preferably around 16% or less moisture content. And then they test the air.
What do you mean by a black glove or a black glove inspection
As opposed to white.
Well, you can wear white gloves if you want, but you're not going to see a whole lot when the dust is white from the drywall or the plaster. So
that's the master glove.
Oh, okay.
So no, all pun
master
all
glove.
pun intended. I can put on my masterful gloves and I can black glove. It's magic, right?
I'm like thinking, my mind is running somewhere. I'm like, does that come with the black light or they're going to be with the
black light would be for you finding urine.
So I'm trying to understand on what you're saying. So you're saying that when you come out and you could do a report, it's just whether or not there is mold. But now, is there in the report, is there like some kind of remedy to the mold?
Again, depending on what you're being hired for. If it's a mold remediation company, they can come out and give a free inspection or a free estimate, if you will. Others charge, like myself, we charge usually $250, and we give that money back to them as part of the job if we're awarded the job. But an inspection from an indoor environmental consultant or professional, IEP, they're going to want to determine what the moisture source is, if and when possible. Once you can stop the source, you can stop the problem, because they don't want to go ahead and spend a lot of money remediating if it's just going to come back and have the same problem again. But in the report, most guys will not write the source of the moisture because they don't want the liability, or they're not expert enough to do it. We do. And they don't write a protocol, which we do, but we charge for it many times. If we're awarded the work, we don't charge. So that's a nice thing, is if you have a person that wears two hats, which many people say, no, that's a gray area, conflict of interest, you should have a separate company. If you got a reputable company that has ethics and they're documenting what they're doing and going to an accredited third-party lab, you can see what's going on. And if you get half or all your money back, that's even better. You get, two birds with one stone. But if it's a separate entity, they're going to want to do an inspection. They're going to write the damaged areas, but they're typically not going to write how much of it needs to be removed. But as a rule of thumb, 18 inches to 2 feet in each direction beyond any visual suspect mold or water staining is what a mold remediator would really do. Typically 2 feet to 4 feet, unless we find that it's gone beyond, then we go straight to the ceiling and go ceiling to floor. But you want to make sure you get, like it's cancer, you want to make sure you don't miss anything. If you go 6 to 8 inches, like a lot of people do, when I do my inspections, and I go and look inside the open wall cavity that they left open because they didn't go to the next stud, and I'm able to look with a mirror, I commonly see the mold with a mirror. I can't pass you because I see visual mold. Or the place is so dirty they didn't do a very good job cleaning, I have to tell them, no, come back and try it again. Clean it up, call me back when you're ready to have it done again.
I see.
Or I can give someone a partial pass, as long as I know it looks good, it comes back clean, but there's still moisture, as long as you can get it dry. Or come back and clean it again, run the air scrubber or air filtration device for another day or 24 hours, then we'll test again.
Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Don't touch that mouse. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more Real Estate Rant.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotectsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
Hey, what's up, homie? What's happening?
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, are you into sports?
Oh, yeah, bro. Angels, Dodgers, Ducks all day.
Oh, yeah, you gotta listen to the Mo's Bros Sports, man. They cover LA sports.
Where can I listen, bro?
Oh, you gotta check them out on iRant Radio. That's irantradio.com or Mo's Bros Sports on Facebook. You gotta check them out, Holmes.
Okay, bro. I'll check them out.
All right, I'll check you later, homie.
All right, man. See you later, bro.
Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo!
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. Alex, Alonso, and Lisa here in studio, Mr. Vincent. Station identification, if we can. One of our sponsors, Mucho Macho Michelada, we would like to, a matter of mention. And also, Miss Lisa, if you can mention the Sir Optimus goings on.
Yes, it is going to be tomorrow, which is Thursday, February 19th. It's going to be at 5:30. It's the Heart for Walk. Go Red. It's for women. You're going to be wearing red. Donations is $5 per walk. Everyone's invited to participate, rain or shine, but we know it's going to be beautiful tomorrow. And join us for the American Heart Association Go Red for Women movement and become a part of the Right Against Heart Disease, the #1 killer of women in America.
And Lisa, I'm noticing there it's tomorrow at 5:30, and does it have an address there?
Actually, it's right there at the Senior Citizen Center to the City Hall, and they want you to be there at 4:45, and it is right there on Woody Boulevard and Taylor Avenue, and they are going to have bus lines and shuttles for the walkers as well too.
Right on. And you said that was for women, but it's actually not just for women.
Yeah,
Well,
you men could go because she told me wear a red hat. She told me wear a red hat.
men and women can
Nice.
definitely
We have
go.
red RGA hats.
We have our red tat hats also.
We have our red AGR hats, yeah, and the tat ones.
And the tat ones.
Yes.
So we could go represent and have a little fun and network.
Right on. So give us a call, 855-693-4897, or you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. We've already given away that $25 gift card, and we've already got the design deal taken care of. So why don't we do the fun fact, Mr. Alonso? What do we got? And check out this sign there, Miss Lisa. Have you seen this one before?
Oh my gosh. Husband left us for a 22-year-old. Oh my God, house for sale.
Hey, Mr. Pantalones, put it back up.
That woman was pretty bitter.
No, keep reading.
Husband left us for a 22-year-old house for sale by owner. I don't know. I don't.
Slightly bitter, newly single owner, right?
We love this home.
Great family home.
You will too. Oh my gosh.
All right, and the fun fact for today was in The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy said, "There's no place like home." Where was their home?
Do you remember that one, Lisa?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Kansas.
Is it Kansas?
It actually is Kansas. I believe she said
No
Toto.
place like home. No place like home.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
That's right.
Did she tell her dog that, Toto?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not in Kansas
I
anymore.
don't know. I just thought Dorothy looked hot with those red slippers, huh?
We all like our little red
This
shoes.
guy. Smoking mold and messing around with the red slippers. There we go. So anyway, give us a call at 855-693-4897. We have Mr. Vincent Attardo in-house today from Coastline Environmental Solutions, sharing with us one of the things that we, most of us, I'll be honest with you, know little or nothing about. And all of us real estate agents, we usually see a home inspector come in and make a note of some of these things, and they would recommend using an environmental expert or environmental company to come out and report on that stuff. But I'll be honest with you, in all my years of real estate, have very little exposure to somebody like yourself, Vincent. I'll be honest with you. And thank you for sharing that information. So we will continue the interview if you would give us that blessing. What is the ACAC?
ACAC is the American Council for Accredited Certification. That's a certifying board that does just certifying people in various areas of their expertise.
What about the IICRCP?
The IICRC again is the International Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. They also certify. However, they have their instructors that give you the test, and then they review the test prior to taking the exam, which makes it much more easy to pass. Whereas the ACAC is a board-awarded certification. You don't just get it, you have to get it awarded by a board of your peers, and they have to take a look at your projects and verify that you have the expertise that you're saying you do. So it's a much more harder certification to obtain.
And I believe we have a call on line one, Mr. Pantalones, if you will. Thank you for calling Real Estate Rant.
Hello.
Hello
Yes,
there.
hello.
Yes, caller, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, my name is Dorothy, and I understand the walk tomorrow.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
wondering, is it only for 4 women?
Are you talking about the Go Red for Women walk?
Yes. I heard Lisa said that it was going to be 4 women there only.
No, it's
No,
for
no.
men and women, but it's for the
Oh.
walk for women
benefit
for
women.
their heart.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be there. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Bring your red slippers.
Okay, so anyway, so we were talking a little bit about the IICRC, and I wanted to. You sent us a bunch of pictures, Vincent and Mr. Pantalones. If you can throw something up there real quick of what's one of the things that Vincent sent over. Maybe Vincent, you can give us an idea of what some of these things are. There's a lot of the equipment that you guys use now. So I don't know why he sent that picture, but I'm assuming that
That'd be a picture of a vanity in a bathroom, and I have no idea what that picture represents either.
All right, we lost a picture there, Mr. There we go. Let's see another one, Mr. Pantalones, if you will.
That would be a technician checking for moisture with a moisture meter, handheld device that checks for moisture. We do moisture mapping.
Is that like a stud finder or?
Well, you got me here. You don't have to go looking for any studs. Right here.
Right on. Okay. All right. So you don't need a machine for that one, I'll tell you.
As long as your eyes aren't failing you, you're in good shape.
Right on.
So
So-
no wonder my gator is kind of.
So you can use your olfactory system, which is your nose or your smeller, and women have a much keener sense of smell most often than men. But you can smell mold, look for mold, and usually don't need the moisture meter. But the moisture meter helps you when you can't find those indicators. It's a really, really, really useful device to do moisture mapping. Moisture mapping is mapping out the areas that are wet versus dry, and you can typically find the source of the moisture by eliminating what's not wet by what is.
So what is this here? What are we looking at here?
That there is a large dehumidifier. It's a refrigerant dehumidifier, a low-grain refrigerant. That's a smaller low-grain refrigerant dehumidifier made by Phoenix.
Are those like blowers or?
What a dehumidifier does is the blower, which you see now in the picture, that's the air mover or centrifugal air mover, a turbo dryer, some people call it. That one happens to be made by Dry Ease, and that makes rapid evaporation by laminar airflow going across the wet surface, be it the floor, be it the ceiling, and you need a place for that evaporation to go. So on a beautiful day with low humidity, you can use an open drying system, but most often because of safety and the equipment not walking off the job and no one robbing your client, you want to go with a closed drying system because we can't harness Mother Nature. We don't know what the weather's going to be like, and when it gets towards the evening, your humidity rises, so we can do a closed drying system, laminar airflow with a rapid evaporation. That dehumidifier takes that gas, if you will, converts it back into a liquid, and you have what's called psychometrics. So using the temperature, relative humidity, and using those to help you create a drying system.
So
The
what
other
is
picture
this one here? Yeah.
That's an AFD, commonly known as an air filtration device. And the air filtration device, also known as an air scrubber, scrubs and cleans the air in an environment that you build when it's under negative pressure.
And-
So that same machine, if you take that round end and connect a flexible duct or rigid duct to it and duct it out a window, that'll create negative pressure within the work environment, which is usually sealed off in a 6 mil plastic.
And are all those electrical powered or generator?
Those
use
are
generators?
all electrical from the client's home, or you could bring a generator in.
'Cause-
Most often the home has power on mold jobs, not necessarily on a fire or a water loss.
I'll give you an incident that happened in one of the apartments that I was managing. It was a high rise, and they had an underground parking structure, and they were using one of those machines, but there were no outlets in the parking structure, so they had the generators.
Yeah.
So all the tenants were calling in that
Complaining.
it smelled like gas, and
Yeah.
it smelled if there was a broken pipe, and it was a mess, smoke in there, and everything from the generator.
Yeah, generators do put out, just like any kind of forklift when you're doing indoor environmental investigation for odor and you don't know where it's coming from, or in a large building you have the stack effect. And in an elevator, when the elevator goes up or down, it creates positive or negative pressure, and it can pull a lot of that air, which is from the garage, if you will, from car exhaust, and create problems for people. The last picture you saw there was a HEPA filtered HEPA vacuum. And a HEPA vacuum is a high efficiency particulate arrest, and it's filtering 0.3 micron size, and that's the particle size that's most likely to get lodged into your lungs. And HEPA filtration came from the military through warfare. Well, easy for me to say, warfare.
and those
Warfare.
are very.
Is that a word?
let me help you with that there.
Help me,
those
please.
are very discreet because of HIPAA. Right?
I think you meant a hookah.
No, it was a joke. Nobody caught it.
So HEPA filtration, as opposed to using a shop vac or some other type of vacuum that doesn't capture and contain the harmful particulate that'll get re-aerosolized when you do your own vacuuming. So very important to have HEPA filtration in conjunction with other arsenal that you have to try to combat moisture or particulate, which may have mold in the air, dust, dog dander. There's a lot of other harmful pollutants in the air besides mold. Mold just catches a lot of the attention, but cigarettes is very, very bad. Having multiple pets.
I was actually just going to say that mold seems to have taken the limelight of the show, but you guys also do smoke and fire damage reporting and cleanup, don't you?
We're a full service cleaning and restoration company, starting out as a simple carpet cleaner to do now full-blown remediation projects, which means we take you apart respectfully and we put you back together because we're a licensed general contractor.
Oh, I like this one here. Do you guys ever do any crime scene or catastrophical cleanup?
CAT cleanup for short would be bloodborne pathogen certified, and we do work where there is homicide. It could be simple. It could be a strangulation like I did once before. Not a real pleasant job to do, but you certainly want to have certification and have your men educated on how to handle those types of situations.
Look at the smile on his face right now.
Scrape out the brains off the wall.
Yeah,
what do they call those people? It's called the cleanup, or
well, CAT cleanup would be a biohazard.
Yeah.
We do biohazard cleanup, but respectfully, when we're in a home and you're a professional, the last thing you want to do is what we're having fun with now is laugh, because they think you're laughing at them, and that's a tragic situation most often.
Absolutely.
When there's some blood or fragments. It's nothing like finding something left behind that the coroner didn't get.
Imagine the
Oh.
But there is
Just imagine.
But there is there a certain terminology that you use for that?
Well, CAT
It is a
cleanup is catastrophe cleanup. Again, anything to do with blood, you should be a bloodborne pathogen certified. Your firm should be certified because there's a bill of lading as to cradle to grave where your contaminants are going, so they're not just ending up in a dumpster somewhere and some kid dumpster dives and gets into the blood and could have problems. You can catch AIDS. You got to be careful when you're dealing with blood, and again, mostly the emotion side of it and having your technicians train on how to be professional and act proper in an environment like that.
When the consumer is, looking for someone like yourself, I mean, what should they be looking for when they're looking for a specialist?
Yeah, good question. That's a good question.
That's an excellent question. I would recommend, my personal recommendation would be someone that's educated, that's been certified by a certifying body, and if there's a license for the service, that they be licensed, and check the reviews out. It's very difficult to get a 5-star review.
Thank you.
Yeah, so anyway, we are at the end of the show. Mr. Vincent, thank you for joining us here in the Real Estate Rant. Just
Thanks
a
for
quick
tuning
shout
in
out
to
for
Real Estate
there you
Rant
go.
Radio.
Gonna
My
say it
slogan.
automatically.
Don't forget our slogan. It's not clean till it's coastline clean.
All right, there you go.
I like it.
Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Coming up at 5 o'clock today, Three Guys Rant here on Rant Radio Network. See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to Real Estate Rant Radio.
Make sure to join us every Wednesday at 10 a.m.
on the Rant Radio Network, where we talk about solutions to your real estate problems.
The views and opinions expressed by the host or any guest on this show are encouraged to be followed up by a professional tax advisor or attorney, as we are not qualified or authorized to give advice in two areas: legal matters and tax matters.
Did you ever want to have